भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन, पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ। जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिंग्स।
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ, जीवन भरि चल्छ।
Current KC back into the attack for Nepal. His first 2 overs went for just 2 runs. Really played a big part in stifling the Netherlands batsman earlier on in the innings. Big pull shot that from Edwards, just short of the man on the leg side boundary.
Back-to-back changes from the captain. Probably Avinash Bora being kept for the death overs. That seemed to be a slow cutter bouncer from Karan. Didn't come to the bat as expected by Edwards.
Signs of aggression from the leader down the track. Just going to be 1 on this occasion. He needs to up his game here. 24 of 35 balls, now 25 of 36 for the young 20-year-old. Getting his opportunity with a few senior men out.
They've put up a good partnership here. Like the 50 runs partnership came up slightly slower rate, but I hope they will be trying to build up from here.
Of course, the Netherlands' first game in this series. I think Paul Matt van Meekeren, the only Dutch player to have played at this ground and been in Nepal. So completely alien conditions for them. It was always going to be a bit of suck it and see early on in the first couple of games just to get used to the pitch. Scoop. Doesn't come off. That was a cue ender. Like he's played snooker. Current KC saw the funny side of it.
Yeah, the ball didn't seem to come as expected by Edwards. Probably Karan seeing the batsman move on the crease. He balled it slightly slower. Hit the bottom of the bat.
Another slower delivery. He's really bowling those slow deliveries into the pitch. Pretty smart bowling on this pitch, you'd say.
Exactly, like Karan seeing the batsman play, he's been changing the pace up and not being predictable. Looking at the Netherlands batsmen, and we know that they like the ball coming onto the bat, so yeah, probably Karan knows that and he wants to bowl more of those slower balls, making it difficult for the batsman.
Well, this one goes through though, beats the bat, over bowled, 65 for 2.
जहाँ इच्छा त्यहाँ भाइनेट अब सबै कनेक्टेड।
My second teacher, भविष्य नेपालको।
शिवम सिमेन्ट, भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको।
Speak properly. I mean, we are not on air, so you can speak. Matt, can you try the walkie-talkie? Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2.
No, I can't
1,
do
2.
it.
Shah Alam even back into the attack. Expensive in his first couple of overs, going for 23.
The Netherlands would be looking to attack him probably. It's been 13 overs.
Edwards gets his sweep out again. Definitely his favourite attacking shot on show at the moment. As you said, Sharad, this could be the over where they start to really up the ante, go through the gears.
Yeah. A debutant coming in to bowl, yeah, probably they would have talked in the team meetings as well. Seeing the figures.
And the first signs of
Alam,
a really
easy,
big
nahi,
shot
nahi,
down the
nahi, nahi.
ground attempted.
Yeah, bhai.
Skewed away off a thick outside inside edge even by the leader, who's struggling a little bit, still striking at well below 100. They won't want to leave too much to do for the lower order here, the Netherlands. They do have some power still to come.
He's keeping it really tight here, not giving it up to the batsman.
Alam खोजिरहेको छ रनीहरूले चलाक भएर
Oh, that is big. That could be the first maximum. It is on the game, right into the grass bank where all the fans are.
Very good shots there by Edwards. Full swing of the bat, getting on top of the ball, swinging it really hard for a six.
Well, I think that actually went out of the ground. That was a huge hit from Scott Edwards. Really is a long way out there to clear that grass bank. Quite surprising, perhaps we've had to wait until the 14th over for the first six of the game. Here it is, just connected absolutely perfectly. Went over about wide mid-on.
You're right there, it went out of the ground. Must be around a 90-meter six.
You must have done that before, Sharad.
Yeah, I've tried a couple of times, but still not cleared the grounds yet.
So, as suspected, these two Dutch batsmen really targeting Shahab Alam into his third over. He's been the most expensive of all of the Nepali bowlers by a long way. 31 so far, taken off his bowling.
Seem to take the right option as well.
And he goes again, Edwards. He hasn't got this one quite as well. And he's found the man. That is a wicket. This stand finally broken by the ball. And relief for Shahab Alam.
Trying the same shot, Scott mistimed it straight to the mid-on fielder, I think, and Sompal Kami grabbed it easily. Safe catch taken, and the third wicket down for the Netherlands. 73 for 3.
So Scott Edwards' vigil is over. Almost runnable for him. 30 of 31. That partnership worth 61 for the third wicket. 73 for 2.
Yeah, you can see that this wicket must be a real confidence booster for Shahab Alam. You know, like young guy coming in his debut match. Really happy for him for getting his first international wicket.
Big moment for Shahab Alam. One ball left in his third over. Can he close it out? He can. It's a good comeback from him. 1 for 31 from his 3 overs. 73 for 3.
Immunity, fruits much of full on vitamin C. Glass full real food power, rich in vitamin C that helps boost your immunity. Real fruits go powerful source.
प्रभु पे वालेट अब मोबाइलमा।
Paris Kudka in the stands, unfortunately injured. The Nepali legend, ex-captain, he's going to miss the series with a shoulder injury. But still made sure he was here, of course, for the game. Big miss he is for the home side.
Yeah, very unfortunate missing out. Big boots to fill in.
Supal Kami on for his final over. Starts with a cutter. He was excellent in his first spell. 3 overs, 1 for 9. And it's Peter Seelaar, the Dutch captain on this trip. He's the general captain of the Netherlands and all formats as well. Vastly experienced. He's played 69 T20 internationals. Nepal rather, as a country, have played only 34, so more than double. Another cutter. Seelaar's off the mark. Just the single.
Yeah, nicely driven to the cover point region for a run. Yeah, vastly experienced Captain Seelaar there. I remember him watching in the World Cup when he got Sachin Tendulkar out in one of the games in the 2011 World Cup.
He's been around a long time, hasn't he? And he played in the 2007 World T20 in England as well, when the Netherlands beat England. Remember that game all too well.
Sompal seems to be working with the slower balls. Not easy to hit those slower balls for boundaries, you know, like he's giving no width whatsoever. Batsmen have to make some different changes with his batting in the crease.
And again, just a succession of off-cutters. It's really working for him. And Dalida just can't get hold of the bowling at the moment.
Sompal, a smart customer. He's been around for a while now. I've been in different global leagues around the world from a couple of years in the global T20, in the Canadian League, and the T10 as well.
Full pace that delivery. Again, just the single. This really is an excellent spell of bowling. 1 ball left to go of his 4 overs. He's just gone for 12 so far. Picked up the early wicket of Ben Cooper, the key man in many ways for the Netherlands, their leading T20I run scorer. Picks him up for a second ball duck, LBW. In general, the Dutch batsman struggling with pace off the ball. That is the over, 77 for 3.
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन, पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ। जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिंग्स।
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ, जीवन भरि चल्छ।
प्रभु पे वालेट अब मोबाइलमा।
हेर त, यो एउटा स्क्वायर बेस पिरामिड हो, किनकि यसको बेस स्क्वायर शेपको छ। 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरूको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म। माई सेकेन्ड टिचर, भविष्य नेपालको।
His first international wicket in the previous over.
Away.
Starts well. Andrew Leonard's back in the combox. Sharad Visaka having a rest.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a debutant in the commentary box to me. Sharad Visaka outstanding there. His thoughts, great knowledge and insight.
Quicker arm ball that from Shahab Alam. So where are we then with this game, Andrew? Just less than 5 overs to go. The Netherlands 78 for 3. If they go at 10 and over from here, they'll get up to around about 125, 128. Is that going to be enough?
They need to get going, Matt, and they need to get going right now because they've 7 wickets in hand. Talking to the locals here, they're saying a par score in excess of 160. Does look like a good batting wicket. They need to go.
And who's going to be the man to get them going? Is it going to be the captain, Peter Seelar? Or is it up to Delida, who's at the other end? 29 of 44 balls. Has he got to go now and spark this batting lineup?
For me, Matt, they really need to target Shahab Alam in this over. Seelar is powerful down the ground. He generally plays very straight. Can hit sixes straight down the ground. We've seen him evolve as a batsman, get more and more impressive. His all-round skills, but simply 29 off 44 right now isn't doing the job the Netherlands need. Bas Delida is going to need to take a chance, target the slightly shorter boundary on the leg side.
Which is exactly what he's tried to do. He's gone dead straight, actually, and that's gone over the side screen. Second 6 in the game for the Netherlands, and much needed, you'd say.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Really, really good strike from Bas Delida. He's so far behind, he's going to really need to go to catch up properly. But shots like that are going to help him. Look at this here, down the track, straight to the pitch of the ball, straight as a die. Look at the cameraman capturing that one, Matt. Over the side screen, and a crucial 6 runs.
Yeah, I think he gave our cameraman a hell of a fright there. Not too far away from him. But that was exactly what the doctor ordered as far as the Netherlands are concerned. Got to be positive in these last 4.1 overs. Dutch fans in the crowd. Backs away and goes over cover. That's a really good shot, that off the back foot. It's gone all the way for 6. Wow, that is the longer side of the boundary as well. That is over, 91 for 3.
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको.
That's half of the runs the Netherlands have scored. The other 12 overs only going for 46, so outstanding from the other volleyballers, including Lamachani.
Again, finding purchase. It looks a little bit sticky, the wicket, doesn't it? If you bowl it into the pitch, it can just bounce a bit like a tennis ball. Not easy to score from that length.
And sharp turn for Lamachani. How long till we see the googly, Matt?
Perhaps a bit of a quicker slider, but far too far outside the off stump. Does have a lot of tricks in his cupboard. Like the googly, which is tickled fine and beats the man at short fine leg. Goes all the way to the boundary. Still a very quick outfield here, despite the torrential rain we've had. Beat the infield, it generally runs away.
Yeah, look at that crowd. Really good batting from Seelar. maybe not reading it out of the hand necessarily, but perhaps a little bit more from the line of the delivery, the googly, the sharp turn back into the right-hander, but just getting enough on it. And as soon as you beat the infield here, it's going to be 4 runs.
Sealar sweeps. This time cannot beat the man at short fine leg.
Those 2 sixes from Delita, Matt, have seen him catch up a little bit. 12 off 2 deliveries. He's now 41 off 46. It's going to be so difficult against Lamachane, though, to get down the track to him. He bowls his leg breaks flat and quick. Unless you read him out of the hand, you can't really come out of your crease with any certainty. Netherlands got to get up to 130, 140 here somehow.
He's been very hard to pick for all of the Dutch batsmen so far.
Yeah, look at the big smile on Lamachane's face. That's why he's such a fan favourite. Not just his outstanding leg spin bowling, but his character. Big smile on his face.
Again, another googly. Could be 2 here, actually. I think leg buys for Holland. And Lamachane has 1 delivery left to complete his spell. Remember, playing his first T20 international in Nepal. It's incredible, really, when he's played 96 T20s in all. Real treat for the home fans.
Really the face of Nepal cricket these days. Young star.
Reverse sweep. And caught. Lamachane strikes with his final delivery. Big celebration from him. He finishes with 2 wickets in his first T20 international on home soil.
Yeah, look for the reverse sweep, and with just 1 delivery left for Lamachane, he perishes. A really good diving catch taken. And we're going to have the 2nd wicket. Here's the replay. Reverse sweep, a diving, sprawling catch, really well held by Kushal Bertal. Super stuff from him at the end of the 17th over. Netherlands 99 for 4.
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
Tony Staal, the new batsman for the Netherlands, playing in his 10th T20 international. 97 runs at an average of 16. Strike rate 122, best of 28 not out. Big opportunity for him with so many senior batsmen out.
I think that strike rate probably doesn't quite do him justice, Matt. He's certainly known as a big hitter, particularly in the top classe, which is the top Dutch domestic division, the club cricket there. He's come into his own in the shortest formats of the game, known as a power hitter. He's going to have to try and clear the ropes a couple of times, and we're going to see Avanesh Bahar almost certainly bowl the 18th and final 20th over of the match. This time I think he will be going to the block hole, but Tony Staal, powerful, big striker of the ball. Can he get a few away? Dutch somehow have to find a way up to 130, give their bowlers something to work with.
Finds the middle of the bat immediately. There's Tony Staal. Bahar has been excellent, hasn't he? Just gone for 8 so far in his 2.1 overs. Really awkward angle he bowls for.
And he's really evolved as a bowler, as Sharad correctly pointed out. Known primarily as a Yorker death bowling specialist. That's the role he's performing here, but really impressive spell with a slightly nearer ball just off the back of the power play.
Low full toss on that occasion, trying to get his Yorker in.
I just wonder, are we seeing a little bit of the cobwebs perhaps from the Dutch? No cricket at all for 18 months. Remember, Nepal, they haven't had internationals for over 400 days, but they have been playing a lot of domestic cricket. That's not been the case for the Netherlands, coming into alien conditions, very foreign for them coming from Europe.
Sliced away over gully, finds the man on the offside boundary. He keeps it to 1. Good bit of fielding that. But I think you're right, Andrew, absolutely. We've got to cut the Netherlands some slack here. Paul van Meekeren, the only Dutch player who's played in Nepal. Completely alien conditions for them. It might take them a couple of games to get going, particularly with the bat. But really valuable practice for them with the next T20 World Cup coming up in India. Again, trying to get his Yorker, and doesn't quite get it.
It really is amazing how often he hits that block hole. Bahar is such a talent. But yeah, I think what we're seeing here is we're seeing a side that is well drilled with the fielding, maybe excluded, Matt. Really showing off their skills with the ball so impressively. They've played a lot of cricket at domestic 20-over competitions, domestic 50-over competitions on this very ground. So they look like the form horse at the moment. The Netherlands, even though they're the higher ranked side, winners of the T20 World Cup qualifier, which Nepal couldn't even get to. Good running, quick call from Peter Seeler is going to get through for a single, but singles aren't going to cut it right now at the moment. Actually, you've got to remember this Dutch side is so impressive in Dubai, but there's a big change to this squad. 7 different people. That's Brandon Glover, Colin Ackerman, Roelof van der Merwe, Ryan ten de Schade, Tim van der Hupten, Shane Snyder, Fred Klassen, all not here.
He goes big and straight, connected with that one. Straight over the side street again. Lovely shot from Tony Stahl, 109 for 4.
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको.
Just spoken about his power hitting. Certainly showed us there.
Yeah, and the power down the ground. And the interesting thing for me is, you see in that graphic on your screen, current run rate 6.06. The first time since the first over of the match, Netherlands have been above a run a ball. First ball in the entire game went for a 4. Since then, it's been really slow going for the Netherlands. They've only got 12 balls to work with, and the over for me they have to target here is Karen KC's.
Only gone for 5 though so far in his 3 overs. Arguably been the pick of the bowlers. Starts well again. He's mixed up his pace really effectively on this pitch. Nepal will be very happy with their bowling overall. Their fielding less so. Certainly the ground fielding.
You can imagine a few of the choice words from Coach Dav Watmore, the new Nepal national head coach at the fielding. He drills all of his teams, all the ones he's ever worked with, he drills them hard. It's having great effect on Nepali cricket.
Slow ball bouncer, got to be a wide that one though. He's having a laugh, isn't he? Currently, he knew he got that one slightly wrong. Almost hit himself on the toes.
The extraordinary bounce, really. Probably going. Peter Seeler's not a short man either, probably 6'2", 6'3". And that one flying well over his head. But after such a long way, what a great scene we're seeing here. Full house almost now. Netherlands looking for late order runs.
He's connected with that one, Seeler, but he's found the boundary rider again out at deep mid-wicket. Just struggling to hit the gaps.
Yeah, what the Nepal bowlers have done really well outside of executing their skills, they've also bowled to their field. So the protection in the deep here is on the leg side, all 3 men out, deep backward square leg, cow corner, and long on. The 2 men in the circle, where there is an opportunity for Netherlands to perhaps exploit, they need to get down and ramp. So both fine leg and third man in the circle, a huge amount of protection down the ground. And that's where both of these batsmen really like to hit.
Bit of luck. That's what they'll need. They're going to get 130 plus on the board from here. But again, smart bowling Bowled into the pitch by Karan KC. Very hard to hit that straight back over your head.
It just skewed away off the inside edge, didn't it? And literally, just as I was talking about the fact that fine leg and third man both up in the circle, it wasn't where Tony Staal meant to hit it. But right now, that's not going to matter. The big question for the Dutch fans at home, why has Tony Staal only faced 4 balls in this innings? He's already got 12.
I think that'll be one again. Bit of a stumble in the field, but thrown back quickly.
Yeah, that's Sampal Kami out there, an outstanding athlete, and so pleasing to see him back on the pitch and fully fit. Bat, ball, field, he really excels. Super young man, we were talking to him before the game day. He's so happy to be back in the ball colours.
Just the top edge, but that may well go all the way. It certainly has. It's smashed into that black sight screen. So it's been a good couple of overs for the Netherlands. He's maybe 140 in sight.
Yeah, absolutely. And you often see this with innings that kind of stutter and struggle to get going. You're thinking they're never going to get up. Again, perhaps not exactly where Seelar intended to hit it. Fine leg, third man in the circle, poor bowling from Karan KC that time. Essentially a free hit. It flies all the way for 6. 7 balls to work with. You're going to need 1 or 2 more of those.
This time he just clears the man in the offside ring, and that could go to the boundary. It does. Great effort there from Dipendra Singh Airi, but he couldn't stop the boundary. 126 for 4.
एनएस क्वालिटी अवार्ड 2019 प्रथमबाट पुरस्कृत नेपालकै पहिलो 43 ग्रेडको ओपीसी सिमेन्ट शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
3 overs for the Netherlands has taken them up to 126 for 4. Staal 13 of 5, Seelar 21 of 15, and suddenly they have another good over here. They're looking at 140.
150 in sight for me, Matt. Gonna have a big over here. Staal gonna go down the ground. Gotta get this Netherlands total up to make it a competitive chase for Nepal on home soil.
Well, Bahara will have something to say about that. Starts well, just the single taken.
Outstanding skills from Bahara, really. You think about if you miss that block hole by about 9 to 12 inches, you're right into the slot. With the power of Staal and Seelar, they're going to punish you down the ground. And I think interestingly there, you saw him go wide with that Yorker, so he's probably going to try and hide the ball outside the off stump, very much on the block hole, the pop increase length. If he can get out of this over with maybe just 1 or 2 boundaries, he'll be happy.
That's exactly what he's done. Almost carried actually to the man on the boundary. That shot from Staal, or Seelar I should say.
Again, brilliant bowling to his field. He knows he's got protection at long off and deep cover. Not a lot more that Seelar could have really done with that. Nothing to work with, can't get elevation underneath it.
Again rolls his fingers across this one, but that's a lovely shot. Just missed his length on this occasion, Bahara. And Staal looking really good. He's middled that straight over cover for 4.
This is the reputation Tony Staal has in Dutch cricket. Really powerful late order hitter. He's a big man. A lot of the Dutch boys, big, tall, physical athletes. He's making a huge impact on this game. He's all of a sudden giving us a game. Because if the Netherlands walked in with 105 or 110 on the board, I think it was good night. And get up past 140, it's game on.
Good response from Bahara. Nailed his Yorker, but it could be 2. It is. Well dug out by Staal in the end. Man on the offside boundary had to come round. And I think possibly a bit of an injury there to the captain Peter Seelar. He just pulled up.
Yeah, worrying scenes. It was as he turned, he was looking to get back for 2, keep Staal on strike. He just lost his footing a bit, and we've seen that from a few of the fielders. I just hope Peter Seeler is not in a little bit of trouble here. An ankle can always be nasty, but he's a tough man. Very proud captain of this young Dutch side. If you're just joining us for the first time today, we had an absolutely epic thunderstorm last night. Thunder, lightning and hail all over the ground. So just a little bit underfoot.
Scoop, and he's gone the other way. Didn't quite connect though. That would have been some shot had he completed it and scooped through the offside for 4. What bowled? Avinash Bahara followed the batsman.
Yeah, the old reverse. Owen Morgan, the first pioneer of that. The Irishman now captain in England. You can see good innovation. Again, the reason that Stahl is looking for that shot despite his power, both third man and fine leg in the circle. So here we go, the final delivery of the match. Seeler on strike.
Well bowled. Nailed his wide Yorker there, so just the single. The Netherlands will finish on 136 for 4. Stahl and Seeler making a great fist of things in the last few overs. And we now have a game on our hands.
Yeah, absolutely, but
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
Bajaj Pulsar Tri-Nation Series Strength Partner Shivam Cement.
एनएस क्वालिटी अवार्ड 2019 प्रथमबाट पुरस्कृत नेपालकै पहिलो 43 ग्रेडको ओपीसी सिमेन्ट शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
हेर त यो एउटा स्क्वायर बेस पिरामिड हो किनकि यसको बेस स्क्वायर शेपको छ 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरुको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर भविष्य नेपालको
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिंग्स
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ जीवन भरि चल्छ
Vitamin C ले बढाउँछ immunity fruits मा छ full on vitamin C हर एक दिन glass full real fruit power rich in vitamin C that helps boost your immunity real fruits go power
र त्यसमा एन्ट र ग्रास हपर नै मेन क्यारेक्टर्स अर्थात् मुख्य पात्रहरू 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरुको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर भविष्य नेपालको
भाया टिभीमा नहेरेर के सानो स्क्रिनमा हेरेर?
युट्युब भाया टिभीमा।
यति मात्रै होइन नि, फेरि भाया टिभीमा टन्नै एचडी च्यानल्स, लेटेस्ट नेपाली र इन्टरनेसनल मुभिज अन डिमान्ड र घरमा नभएको बेला मोबाइलमा पनि टिभी हेर्न मिल्ने जस्ता सुविधाहरू छन्।
अनि पेमेन्ट
अनलाइन गर्ने।
भायानेटको आफ्नै नयाँ आइपीटीभी सेवा भाया टिभी अब भएको छ झनै बेटर र सुरक्षित अनलाइन पेमेन्टको अप्सन। भायानेट, अब सबै कनेक्टेड।
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन, पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ। जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिङ्स।
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ, जीवन भरि चल्छ।
कडा मेहनत, सधैँ नयाँ जोश, नयाँ स्फूर्ति। अनि अझै नयाँ सफलता। वाउ एनर्जी ड्रिङ्क, नेपालको पहिलो एनर्जी ड्रिङ्क। ड्रिङ्क वेल, लिभ वेल।
र त्यसमा एन्ट र ग्रास हपर नै मेन क्यारेक्टर्स अर्थात् मुख्य पात्रहरू। 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरूको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर, भविष्य नेपालको।
एनएस क्वालिटी अवार्ड 2019 प्रथमबाट पुरस्कृत नेपालकै पहिलो 43 ग्रेडको ओपीसी सिमेन्ट, शिवम सिमेन्ट, भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको। एनएस क्वालिटी अवार्ड 2019 प्रथमबाट पुरस्कृत नेपालकै पहिलो 43 ग्रेडको ओपीसी सिमेन्ट, शिवम सिमेन्ट, भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको।
एउटा स्क्वायर बेस पिरामिड हो किनकि यसको बेस स्क्वायर शेपको छ। 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरूको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर, भविष्य नेपालको।
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन, पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ। जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिङ्स।
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ, जीवन भरि चल्छ।
Vitamin C ले बढाउँछ immunity, fruits मा छ full on vitamin C. हरेक दिन glass full real food power, rich in vitamin C that helps boost your immunity. Real fruits go powerful source.
र त्यसमा एन्ट र ग्रास हपर नै मेन क्यारेक्टर्स अर्थात् मुख्य पात्रहरू। 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरूको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर, भविष्य नेपालको।
भाया टिभीमा नहेरेर के सानो स्क्रिनमा हेरेर?
युट्युब भाया टिभीमा।
यति मात्रै होइन नि, फेरि भाया टिभीमा टन्नै एचडी च्यानल्स, लेटेस्ट नेपाली र इन्टरनेसनल मुभिज अन डिमान्ड र घरमा नभएको बेला मोबाइलमा पनि टिभी हेर्न मिल्ने जस्ता सुविधाहरू छन्।
अनि पेमेन्ट
अनलाइन गर्ने
भायानेटको आफ्नै नयाँ आइपीटीभी सेवा भाया टिभी अब भएको छ झनै बेटर र सुरक्षित अनलाइन पेमेन्टको अप्सन। भायानेट अब सबै कनेक्टेड।
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन, पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ। जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिङ्स।
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ, जीवन भरि चल्छ।
कडा मेहनत, सधैँ नयाँ जोश, नयाँ स्फूर्ति, अनि अझै नयाँ नयाँ सफलता। वाउ एनर्जी ड्रिङ्क, नेपालको पहिलो एनर्जी ड्रिङ्क। ड्रिङ्क वेल, लिभ वेल।
र त्यसमा एन्ट र ग्रास हपर नै मेन क्यारेक्टर्स अर्थात् मुख्य पात्रहरू। 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरूको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर, भविष्य नेपालको।
एनएस क्वालिटी अवार्ड 2019 प्रथमबाट पुरस्कृत नेपालकै पहिलो 43 ग्रेडको ओपीसी सिमेन्ट, शिवम सिमेन्ट, भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको।
कडा मेहनत, सधैँ नयाँ जोश, नयाँ स्फूर्ति, अनि अझै नयाँ नयाँ सफलता। वाउ एनर्जी ड्रिङ्क, नेपालको पहिलो एनर्जी ड्रिङ्क। ड्रिङ्क वेल, लिभ वेल।
र त्यसमा एन्ट र ग्रास हपर नै मेन क्यारेक्टर्स अर्थात् मुख्य पात्रहरू। 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरूको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर, भविष्य नेपालको।
एनएस क्वालिटी अवार्ड 2019 प्रथमबाट पुरस्कृत नेपालकै पहिलो 43 ग्रेडको ओपीसी सिमेन्ट, शिवम सिमेन्ट, भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको। एनएस क्वालिटी अवार्ड 2019 प्रथमबाट पुरस्कृत नेपालकै पहिलो 43 ग्रेडको ओपीसी सिमेन्ट, शिवम सिमेन्ट, भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको।
हेर त यो एउटा स्क्वायर बेस पिरामिड हो किनकि यसको बेस स्क्वायर शेपको छ। 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरूको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर भविष्य नेपालको।
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन, पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ। जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिङ्स।
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ, जीवन भरि चल्छ।
Vitamin C ले बढाउँछ immunity, fruits मा छ full on vitamin C. हरेक दिन glass full real food power, rich in vitamin C that helps boost your immunity. Real fruits go powerful source.
र त्यसमा एन्ट र ग्रास हपर नै मेन क्यारेक्टर्स अर्थात् मुख्य पात्रहरू। 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरूको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर भविष्य नेपालको।
भाया टिभीमा नहेरेर के सानो स्क्रिनमा हेरेर?
युट्युब भाया टिभीमा।
From Edwards behind the stumps, perhaps just off the inside edge. How was that one missed, the off stump?
Yeah, it was very close to the off stump, it seems. Lucky Kushal didn't go to the stumps. Something new from the Nepal team with two new openers, Kushal Bhurtel and Asif Sheikh. Actually, both are the debutants for Nepal team.
Inexperience at the top of the order for Nepal. Comes off the outside edge, and no ball called, so if this is held, it's not going to count. Vivian Kingma has a new run-up. The no ball will mean that wicket is not out. He's overstepped. He's had problems throughout the week in training, and look at what the umpire is signalling. It's going to be a free hit, much to the delight of the home crowd.
Yeah, you could see Kushal Bhurtel walking off, but a lucky breakthrough for Kushal. And now, to his added advantage, it's a no ball as well.
Yeah, Vivian Kingma had ankle surgery quite recently, and he's had to change his run-up coming back from that. Such a beautiful athlete to watch, but big issues with his run-up. This is a free hit. Smashed into the offside, going to be the first boundary of the Nepal innings. Listen to the roar of the crowd. It was over-pitched, Kingma looking for the block hole, couldn't find it. So instead of Nepal being none for one, they are 5 for none.
A good juicy full toss outside the off stump for Kushal. A nice 4 to start off his innings.
What a life on debut for Kushal Bhurtel. His heart would have been in his mouth. He knew the second the ball came off the bat. Nearly bowled the ball before, straight up the top edge. But luckily for him, the arm is outstretched from the umpire. Signal no ball. A good length from Kingma.
Nicely defended off the back foot. Exciting player, Kushal Bhurtel. Yeah, he likes width outside the off stump.
He's not a big physical presence, a more diminutive figure, but he's been in lots of runs in the domestic competitions in recent times.
Yeah, the recent tournament held in the PM Cup and the Mayor's Cup, he was doing quite well. He's been quite consistent in the last few tournaments, so yeah, hopefully he gets off a good start here.
Yeah, slight change in the field. Tony Style coming out from slip into sort of catching mid-wicket. Looks for the scoop, big appeal from the keeper, nothing from Kingma. Just probably flicking off maybe the thigh pad, maybe the trousers, and result of dot ball.
Yeah, seems to trying something different, Kushal Bhurtel. He's better off playing straight.
And the reason I suppose he's looking for that ramp shot, as you see it there, is his fine leg up in the circle. Kingma getting his protection out at deep backward square leg rather than fine leg. Cut away straight to the man at third man. Really good piece of fielding, and one thing you will see from the Dutch side is a very well drilled athletic fielding outfit. End of the first over. Nepal 6 for none.
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
Okay, we're back.
So Vivian Kingma is underway. It looks like we might see spin to start with from the far end. And it's one of the debutants. Going to be Ariane Dutt, the 17-year-old. On debut, going to bowl next to me, probably bowl some off spin from around the wicket. Does bowl medium pace as well. Multi-talented young man has the ball in hand on his debut.
Starting off with a wide. Interesting field setting towards the leg side, mid-on up. Kushal will probably be look towards the mid-on long on reason. That's where he goes.
Yeah, super shot. Elevation immediately, mid-on in the circle, flies all the way into the Nepal Cricket Supporters Society section of the ground. They're going mad. That's the first maximum of the innings, and Paris Kadka approves of that one.
Yeah, a very good hit towards the long on reason with the wind. Very good option taken by Kushal. A very strong hit down the ground.
Yeah, super strike from Bertel. Remember, he's had that life. Caught off a no ball in the opening over the innings. But what a stage for young Ariane Dutt to make his international debut on just 17 years of age. And huge faith shown in him by his captain Peter Seelar, blooding the youth, saying, you come and bowl your opening over of the match, open the bowling, second over the match in fact, but he's bowled a wide his first ball, 6 the second ball. Welcome to international cricket.
Yeah, it's a tough welcome for him. You can see Kushal oozing with confidence with his body language.
On it, lovely.
He just pulls his length back, doesn't want to give it any air into the hitting arc. And we were just talking about the field. Is it a little surprising to see only 2 fielders laid outside, but long on is not out in place, mid on in the circle?
Yeah, as I said earlier, like it's an interesting field. Probably they're expecting the ball to turn, but we haven't seen it so far.
Yeah, brave from the young man. Looks to repeat the dose and exploit that space over long on, but beats him through. He's a big boy for 17 years of age.
Yeah, looks he's having a good height, good high arm action, getting decent bounce off the surface.
It's absolutely massive. It's going to be the second maximum of the innings. This one soars into the crowd again. Great cheers from them. Great use of the feet. Super skills from Kushal Bertal. Not a huge amount wrong with the delivery. Ariane Dutt pumped for his second maximum.
Yeah, it was a very, very good hit. Down the track, full swing of the arms. 6 by Kushal Bertal towards the Chobar end.
And you can see immediately the difference in approach between the Nepal batsman in this power play as opposed to the Netherlands batsman. Obviously a difference in the bowling skills as well, but immediately Nepal looking to go after Netherlands.
Yeah, and I like seeing Kushal play for a while. He likes off-spin bowling a lot. He is quite a good player against off-spin bowling, so he's relinquishing this opportunity.
The crowd is reaching fever pitch, to say the least, right now. What an atmosphere we have in Kathmandu. Look at them all there, though. Wow energy, 6 banners are flying. Oh, what pressure on the youngster, Ariane Dutt. I think they had a replacement ball come on there. They've finally found the ball. It was maybe out of the ground. Buddy Pradhan making sure that it's going to be sanitised following all the COVID protocols. It's a different world we live in now at the moment.
Yeah, it's a strange world right now, but we have to adjust and adapt according to the nature, whatever it calls for, and the umpires doing their job, sanitizing the ball and giving back to the bowler.
Yeah, following the protocols, absolutely. The spare ball that had been brought on gets tossed off by Durga Subedi. Buddy Pradhan there doing the sanitising of the ball.
Using those wipes for good effect.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, this is just game 1 of the Bajaj Pulsar Tri-Nation Series. The strength partner, Shivam Cement. 7 matches this week, including the final next Saturday. And you can can see what he's trying to do, bowl it into the pitch, not allow it into the hitting arc, but that's going to be another wide. Such pressure on the 17-year-old. Nerves telling.
Yeah, it's not easy bowling in front of this roaring crowd. Early pressure given to the Netherlands team.
Gets away with that one. Just worked into the leg side to Kingma.
Doing the right thing, Aryan, pulling the length back. Not giving in the hitting zone of Kushal. Lead for just a run towards the square leg region.
Yeah, it's just perhaps a little surprising. I know that Ryan Campbell and Peter Seeler, they want to push the youth and this next generation of Dutch cricket, but for a 17-year-old to be tossed the ball to open the innings, tall task. Dive from Kingma and it beats him. It's going to be another boundary to finish the over. 19 runs coming from the maiden over for Aryan Dutt in international cricket. Nepal off to a flyer. It's 25 for none.
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
Game cricket is. He could have been out for a duck off his very first delivery. Instead, it was a no ball signal by the umpire. He got the free hit away for a boundary. And on his T20 international debut, he's got 2 sixes and he's 18 off 2. Changing the bowling. Big Paulie van Meekeren into the attack. Beautiful shot, driven. Outfield is fast here and they're going to have to give up the chase. Runs flowing for Nepal.
What a beautiful shot by Kushal Bhurtel. Just punched it off the front foot between the cover and mid-off region. Yeah. Consecutive boundaries coming.
It's a strange field though, because no extra cover, so a huge gap between the man who's very square at cover and mid-off, and just a simple punch for 4. The Dutch bowlers, has to be said, slightly cracking under the pressure here, the home crowd getting right on top of them.
Yeah, it's the momentum right now seems to be in Nepal's favor, and it's always tough to play in front of such a crowd, you know, like the crowd really comes in once the boundary starts coming in from the batsman.
It's a very happy and content looking Nepal bench, but remember T20 international cricket changes quickly. Oh, that's an extraordinary shot. He was looking for the ramp shot, looking to get it away on the leg side. He ends up opening the face, and Tony Stahl, who's at a very wide sort of second, third slip, thought he was going to be going to his right, and he's ended up slicing it in between the keeper and the first slip.
Yeah, it seems to have missed everything actually. A dodgy one for the keeper as well.
Yeah, I think it was probably out of keeper Scott Edwards' reach, but I think because Tony Stahl took that stutter step to the right, he completely wrong-footed himself. Might have had a diving attempt. The runs continue to flow. Might have had buy signal. Just going to check that for you. I thought initially that came off the outside edge, certainly.
Yeah, I think it missed everything. Seems to have missed everything.
We will check on that one for you, but certainly 4 runs to the total either way. And Meekeren just showing a few signs of rustiness as well. The only member of this Dutch squad to have played any cricket here in Nepal. Back at the Everest Premier League in 2018. Very popular tourist. I think he was with the Biratnagar Warriors at that point. It's a super shot. Stand and deliver stuff this time. And it's going to soar all the way for 6. Extraordinary batting. He's making the most of this life, is Kushal Bhurtel.
Yeah, Kushal just making room for himself and cutting hard towards the point region. You can see the Nepali bench. You can see the full flow of the bat, like good width outside the off stump to free his hands.
Yeah, he was just giving himself that little bit of room outside the leg stump, wasn't he? And into a very natural hitting arc then for Bhurtel. I think it's fair to say that Sandeep Lamachani enjoyed that one on the sideline. Big smile and laugh as the ball flies off the outside edge. Nepal are flying. Worked into the leg side again. It's going to be back-to-back boundaries because there's no one in the deep on the leg side in front of square. Netherlands right now are rocking.
They got another one off the legs.
End of the third over. The score is 43 for none.
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
Welcome back. 43 for none after 3 overs. Kushal Bertel would have been out for 0 if Vivian Kingma did not overstep. We're going to see another change in bowling. Young Aryan Dutt whipped out of the attack. We go back to seam. It'll be Baz Dalida in from the Bajaj Pulsar end of the ground. Just while we were off on commercial, you missed the most extraordinary atmosphere building up though. Crowd were on their feet. Nepal was the shout. Things are reaching fever pitch here. Good bit of work from Ben Cooper in the deep. You can see again the ground just cutting up a little bit underneath his slide.
You can see the soggy outfield. The slide took some of the grass out of the ground as well.
Yeah, remarkably as well, we've seen Asif Sheikh face 2 deliveries so far in the innings. Kushal Bertel hugging the strike. Doing it very effectively. Pulled this time, no timing of any kind though, straight to Seelar, and you can see Seelar almost just trying to get his troops going, firing that ball in, just trying to say to his men, this is not good enough, we've got to raise our standards.
Yeah, it's good that Kushal has been facing more of the balls as he's been hitting the ball really well, connecting really well and getting those vital early boundaries to shift the momentum towards his team.
Thuds into the pad of Asif Sheikh. Tell us a bit about Asif Sheikh. Phenomenal talent, very technically correct.
Yeah, he's been one of the finest young upcoming batsmen in Nepali cricket. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how he goes in this time of the game where Kushal has been really striking well. Will he be trying to rotate the strike or be playing his own natural game, which is his natural style?
And how does somebody like him go about it in T20 cricket? Is he will he go about it like a Kane Williamson? He'll manipulate the ball. He's not a power hitter yet.
No, I think he's naturally a very aggressive player at the start. But looking at the team's condition right now, like Kushal going really hard, he doesn't need to take extra risks, and maybe just wait for the loose balls and try rotate the strike and go about things.
Pull this time. There is protection out there, so just going to be a single. Of course, Asif Sheikh making his debut today with his brother Arif Sheikh. First time in a long time that Nepal have had 2 brothers play together for the national team.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I think the last pair was Unil Shrestha and Manjit Shrestha from from Viratnagar region. So it's been maybe more than 10 years probably.
Pierces the infield, and as we've seen throughout the day so far, despite Tony Stahl's best efforts, it's going to be another boundary. Kushal Bertel is having a field day at the TU International Cricket Ground. The end of the 4th over, the 50 comes up, 50 for none.
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
So the 50 partnership, you can see it there on your screen, coming off just 24 deliveries, remarkably. Julian Demey is going to come into the attack spin. Fourth consecutive bowling change already for the Netherlands. They really are rattled. You'll see his left arm spin, not a huge turner of the ball. Relied mainly on his bounce, has a good arm ball as well. A big moment for another young man. Should enjoy these pitches to bowl on here.
Yeah, he seems to be having a good height. Very interesting to see his action.
Oh, you could see immediately, I think that was the arm ball coming straight out of the front of the hand, wide outside the off stump. Heard the chance of the crowd again. Nepal, the chance. Excitement reaching all the way around the ground. Floated up, hit down the ground, half a chance for Van Meekeren, diving stop, brilliant from Van Meekeren at mid-off, saved 3 runs.
It's a brilliant dive from Van Meekeren. Tall, lanky guy, not easy for him to get down and stop the ball. Did a brilliant effort there.
Demey bowling quite slowly through the airs, looking to toss it up, brave with only 2 men allowed outside the circle at this stage. Long on and deep mid-wicket in place. Flatter this time off the inside edge, beats Edwards. Got through for a single.
Pulsar trying to hit it over covers, but inside edging towards the fine leg region for a run. Interesting field here, like everyone is inside the 30-yard circle. Asif would be probably looking to go over it.
Turn comes off the outside edge, not at all where Asif Sheikh intended it. A little bit of fortune, debutant to debutant action.
The ball seemed to have hung a little bit after pitching, and some extra bounce.
Pulled powerfully and pierces the gap between the 2 fielders in the deep and the leg side. It's going to fly all the way for 6. What a shot that is. Showing off his power, Kushal Bertal. He's within 1 shot of a debut 50.
He seems to be a small man, but definitely backs some punch. Good weight transfer off the back foot, opening his leg towards the mid-wicket region for 6 runs.
Every single Netherlands bowler has been pushed and put to the sword so far. Put away, that's better from Julian Demey. Swipe of the bat from Bertel. Every ball that's not getting for a boundary he's disappointed with at the moment.
Yeah. This opening power play partnership has been one of the best I've seen from Nepal team in a long while.
Good finish from Demey. That's the end of the 5th over. Nepal 60 for none.
My second teacher, भविष्य नेपालको।
शिवम सिमेन्ट, भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको। शिवम सिमेन्ट, भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको।
Another change in bowling for the Netherlands as we've got a change in the commentary box as well. A bit of very fond farewell for the moment to Shard Vasaker. Welcome back my commentator-in-chief. Floyd Kingma back into the attack this time. Skews off the outside edge. Oh, what an effort from Edwards. Couldn't quite get there. Matt, what have we seen over the course of the last 15-20 minutes?
It's been great to watch, hasn't it? From a debutant, no fear at all. Both opening bats making debut, in fact, and lots for those men to ponder. Ryan Campbell on your right, Netherlands head coach. He'll be thinking, if we don't get a wicket soon, this game will be gone. 60 without loss to 5.1 overs.
That's brilliant from Kingma. He's shown a real pace. You've got to remember that Nepal were none for none. The ball skewed off the top edge. Simple catch in the outfield. Durga Sabeti put his right arm out and signalled no ball, and look at the turning point that has made in the game. Instead of 0 for 1, we're now 60 for 0.
And he certainly didn't hear the call, Bertel. I think he thought he was out initially. He almost walked off and got run out. That was a key moment, wasn't it? 44 of 24.
Slower ball this time from Kingma. There really is something about him, this young man. It's an athleticism, there's a joie de vivre to his cricket. See how much he enjoys it, how passionate he is about it. Did you see his reaction when he realised it was a no ball? He was devastated.
Yeah, you felt for him. It's a big game for him, really. Coming back into the side, having been out of the frame for a while. He made his T20I debut back in 2016, but he's only played 4 games. He's been more out than in, and with so many experienced fast bowlers missing for the Netherlands, all the county players, the likes of Tim van der Houten, Brandon Glover, Fred Klaassen. So we're way back in for Kingma.
Short ball again, picked up this time. There is a man out there, but it's actually going to soar over his head. What a shot that is from Asif Sheikh. Technically correct, the perfect hook shot. It soared all the way for 6.
Asif Sheikh getting in on the act. He's allowed Bertel to hog the limelight over the last few overs. He's just faced 11 balls, but that was pretty much out the middle. Nice swivel pull shot. He's another super talented young batsman, just 20 years old, scored a match-winning century in the 2016 EPL final.
In events like that, the Everest Premier League have really given this country and the young talent that it's producing a platform to shine on. And you just feel they have a production line of young talented batsmen, young talented spinners, and now for the first time we're seeing young quicks come through too.
Well, it prepares them for these games, doesn't it? When you've got the likes of Chris Gale signing for the Everest Premier League, hopefully coming back for the new season later on this year in September as well, I'm hearing.
Slower ball, not really picked by Asif Sheikh. We're going to finish with a dot. 5 dots and the solitary 6 to round out the 6th over in the power play. Nepal, 66 for none.
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
So the power play is over and the Dutch captain Peter Seeler says give me the ball. I'll try and get some control into this game. 5 men allowed outside the 30-yard circle now. The umpire signalling the end of the power play. Peter Seeler right now doesn't look like a happy man, Matt.
Taking things into his own hands. You could perhaps argue he could have brought himself on a bit earlier. Doesn't bowl as much as he used to though these days.
Wow, look at that turn and bounce. And a real surprise for Kushal Bertal. I think even surprise for Peter Seeler. Everyone's smiling out there. Is that a sign of things to come this week? How prominent a role is spin going to play?
Crowd getting into it now. They like that. Bit of turn and bounce.
A little bit more round arm this time from Seeler, not as much turn. It's out to Baz Dalida in the deep. And it seems like everything Seeler has turned to at the moment just hasn't worked.
Very hard for him really with so many first choice bowlers out. Very young attack.
Good work in the field. Diving stop, backward point from Wingari, or that's Julian DeMay, sorry. And for me, Matt, I want to see Philippe Bossavain into the game, the leg spinner ASAP.
Could be 2 here. That's well run. Perfectly placed that. just in between the man from the infield and the man coming in from the boundary. But yeah, there's lots of young talent, isn't there, knocking around for the Netherlands with the ball. We saw Dutt already, chastening first over for him, but Boissevan is very highly rated, the young 20-year-old leg spinner.
Just going on with the arm this time. Really good batting. They want to. Well, Sheikh wants to, but Crucial Bertel rightly sending him back. Yeah, I think we've got to see Boissevan into the game as soon as possible. You can see there the required run rate, well, manageable with the way Nepal have been batting. Netherlands need wickets and they need them now.
They've got to bowl them out really from here. You can't see Nepal batting 20 overs and not getting to their target. Wickets the order of the day. Got to attack really.
Slow spin on offer that time. It's going to round out the 7th over. 10 and over. Nepal 70 for none.
हेर त यो एउटा स्क्वायर बेस पिरामिड हो किनकि यसको बेस स्क्वायर शेपको छ 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरुको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर भविष्य नेपालको
Just as we said it, Matt Floyd, we are going to see the young leg spinner. Philippe Boissevan does not lack in confidence, good turner of the ball, has a good googly. He also has one that kind of comes out of the front of the hand, the slider. He is one to watch, very much in the Shane Warne mould of a leg break bowler who turns it, really gives it a good rag. Starts with a juicy full toss and it's been pumped into the stands. That's not where you want to bowl as a leg spinner. You've got to land them. That one goes into the crowd. The Nepal Army are at work now.
Loosen up from the young leg spinner to start with. That can happen if you are a leg spinner. Really loop that one up. It was a gift for Sheikh, who's had to play second fiddle, but he's getting into his work now. He's also a very attacking batsman. Wasn't going to pass off that opportunity. So pressure immediately on Boissevan, who's been bigged up by Ryan Tenderscarter to me. I texted him the other day to get some tips on this young Dutch side and who to look out for. And he just said Boissevan. One word, that was it. Very talented young leg spinner. He's the man to look out for.
Beautifully bowled. Turn immediately, big appeal. And the umpire's had a long think about it and decides not to go up.
Big appeal from Slip as well there.
Yeah,
he was
work.
convinced.
Very good work from Scott Edwards with the gloves. You can see the turn on offer.
Yeah, gives it a rip by all accounts. Which is the one thing Shane Warne says you have to do if you're a leg spinner. Try and spin the ball. Sounds simple, but not all spinners do that.
Yeah, nicely bowled, just finding his length now. He's herring after it himself. He doesn't want them to get back for two. Good energy from Boissevan. Paul, you can see the little scoreboard here at the TU International Cricket Ground. 77 for none. They are coasting this right now.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Netherlands still very much finding their feet really with the ball, just trying to understand the surface, but unfortunately when you've got a low total on the board, you can't afford to do that for too long. If they don't break this partnership in the next 3 or 4 overs, the game will be over.
Nearly half a chance at Slip. Sealar dives, and Demay's going to have to chase, but it's a chase in vain. Clashes into the Wow Energy drink sign as well. He's okay. Boundary's still flowing here. Bertel moves
touch
to 49.
Deft touch from Kushal Bertel. We've seen the power. We saw his skill there. That was lovely. Perfect late cut. Just got it wide enough of Slip. And he's now just 1 run away from a very impressive half century on debut.
He's not going to get there just yet. He's going to have to wait. One delivery to come in the over.
The crowd don't want to wait, do they? Getting anxious. They've been chanting Kushal, Kushal throughout this innings. And they're going to go nuts when he gets this single.
Beautifully bowled, but there it is. 50 for Kushal Bertal. The crowd do go nuts. It's come from just 30 deliveries. What an innings. He could have been gone for a duck. He should have been gone for a duck if Kingma didn't overstep. He holds the bat aloft. Comes off 30 deliveries with 5 fours and 4 sixes. What a knock from Kushal Bertal on debut. 8 overs gone. It's 82 for none.
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिंग्स
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ जीवन भरि चल्छ
जहाँ इच्छा त्यहाँ भाइनेट अब सबै कनेक्टेड
Sealer to continue. And somehow the Dutch just need to find a breakthrough.
They do, or they're heading for an absolute hammering here. At this point, the Nepali openers can just push the ball around, take 5 and over, and they'll get to their target pretty quickly anyway.
Comes off the outside edge, almost half a chance. Really good fielding from Tony Stahl. Puts off the single. Yeah, Bertel moving to his 50 on T20 international debut, joining some esteemed names, Matt. The likes of Ricky Ponting, David Warner, Dawid Malan of England, Scott Storris of New Zealand, Ryan Tendashane also at 50 on Dutch debut for him. So he's in the record books. You can't take that away from him.
Fast hands, hasn't he? Kushal Bertel, that's been the key. Shown really fast hands and off front and back foot. Some really talented young batsmen around in the Nepali squad. Sandeep Jora, 19-year-old. He was the youngest player to score a T20 International 50 at 17 years and 103 days. Not playing at the moment.
Nearly the first chance. Another good piece of fielding from young Aryan Dutt. Keeps it to just a single. This is better control from Sealer, the first real over of any control. 3 dots and 2 singles. But what's most impressed me about Bertel really, Matt, is the fact he's kept going. He got that early life off the no ball and he's just kept going, hell for leather at it. Close out the 9th over with a single. To the May, the score now 85 for none.
भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
प्रभु पे वालेट अब मोबाइलमा
For the reverse sweep, beats him through. Boisseman to continue. Great to see a young leggy really give it a rip, isn't it, Matt?
It really is, especially in these conditions. They are helpful for spin bowlers. You've just got to bowl the right length, bowl it into the pitch.
Beautifully bowled, beats him again. As we said, Edwards' glove work has been exemplary so far. So often the keepers go unnoticed, but really strong stuff from him. This could be the first wicket, or is it going to soar over the head of Max O'Dowd? It is going to soar over the head. It's almost like the wind just kept carrying that. I think O'Dowd thought he was in the game, but it soars for another 6.
O'Dowd did think he was in the game. He cupped his hands and got ready. And you felt that Bertel didn't actually get this anywhere near the middle, really. But that is the short side, and it just seemed to keep on going. He's a powerful man for a very short player.
Put down in the crowd, Matt. The first crowd catch gone down.
Fielding hasn't been the best here in Kathmandu, either by the crowd or the Nepali team. Perhaps the only weak side of their game so far today. The bowling was spot on. The batting so far has been near enough perfect. They're a happy bunch.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But a calamitous drop in the crowd. We might get that one on replay again. Beauty. Beats him outside the off stump. That's 3 deliveries in this over. He has gone for a 6, but 3 times through to the keeper Edwards.
And this is a big learning process for these young Dutch spinners, especially with the World T20 in India on the horizon. Good performance can force their way into the squad.
Takes the aerial route over the offside this time, but the much larger side of the ground. Just going to be a single. I just wonder, was that the first googly we've seen, maybe out of the back of the hand? You see front shoulder dropping, the ball just a little bit more elevation, but he's a worried man right now, Ryan Campbell. Just going to be a single to get us to the halfway point of this chase, but Nepal, right now they're cruising, 93 for none.
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन, पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ। जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिंग्स।
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ, जीवन भरि चल्छ।
Andrew Leonard is out. Sharad Vasalka back in. Changing bowling as well. Julian de May, the debutant left arm spinner, coming on for his second over. His first over went for 10. And it's Asif Sheikh on strike. He goes big, he goes straight, he goes hard, and that is a 6. Sheikh now just getting into Bertel's slipstream. He's moved on to 32 off 22.
Asif continuing from where Pulsar has left off. A very good straight hit.
Clean hit that was. Backs away. Oh, that's put down. Hit very hard by Asif Sheikh. He backed away, went inside out, tried to go over cover. Could only find the Dutch captain Seelar, but that just ricocheted off his hands. Hard hands. Fuller. And this time Asif Sheikh guides it out to the man on the boundary for a single. That's the 100 up for Nepal in just the 11th over. They are cruising at the moment, Sharad.
What a brilliant partnership by these two, showing the way for Nepal. So heartening to see two young guys putting their hand up and playing some good aggressive cricket against the Dutch side.
Totally at ease is Bertel. Just takes another one. The chance of Nepal. Nepal going up just before that delivery.
The bowlers trying for a wicket there, flighting a few deliveries. Asif would be looking to go over covers.
Quick single taken. They've rotated as well, the two openers.
Nice soft hands.
Just been a great all-round performance. I think they've sensed perhaps that this Dutch team were there for the taking. A young, inexperienced bowling attack.
The start was really important for the Nepali side as well. Two young guys opening for the first time.
That's a wide. It's going to be more than one wide as well, because Edwards could only get half a glove on it. He'll come back for two. So 3 wides. 32 now needed from 55 balls. Pretty much done already.
Seems to be a pretty easy going game for Nepali side right now.
That's the over. Nepal 105 without loss.
र त्यसमा एन्ट र ग्रास हपर नै मेन क्यारेक्टर्स अर्थात् मुख्य पात्रहरू 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरूको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर भविष्य नेपालको
Century opening partnership for Kusal Bertel and Asif Sheikh has taken Nepal to the brink of victory. The Netherlands' most experienced bowler, Paul van Meekeren, back into the attack. Perhaps a bit late though, he's only bowled 1 over so far. He went round the park in that over. But a bit surprising maybe, Sharad, that he's not been brought back earlier. He's the man in the attack with the experience.
Probably Captain Sealer looking for some spin options, finding that effective in the first innings, but not so in the second.
Starts with a loose delivery on the pads, just clipped to the boundary. Pretty easy that for Kushal Bertel or Asif Sheikh.
A juicy full toss on his legs, and Asif won't miss that opportunity to score a boundary. Yeah, an easy flick from his legs for an easy boundary there.
And this is now the highest T20 international opening partnership for Nepal ever. 109 without loss. Beating the record of Paras Khadka and Gyanendra Mala at this ground against Bhutan on the 5th of December 2019. That man there, Paras Khadka, absolute legend in Nepal. Unfortunately out of this series with an injured shoulder. Speaking of injuries, we've got a man down in a Dutch shirt actually. It was the fielder at cover who fielded that delivery. It's the captain, Peter Seelar. Just hope that wasn't a nasty one. Seems okay. Might have hit him where you don't want to get hit, I think.
Yeah, that's really painful. Still down on his knees, but hopefully he'll be back up on his feet very soon. There he is.
I don't know why, but you always laugh at those, don't you? Even though they're incredibly painful. Van Meekeren in. Oh, and again, driven straight to Seelar. He wouldn't have wanted the ball to follow him, having been hit in the unmentionables, the previous delivery.
The ball seems to following him a lot today. A hard half chance dropped by him of Asif. Asif and Paul seem to they know each other quite well as they play for the same team in the EPL franchisee team. So yeah, he probably would know what kind of bowling is coming towards him.
Good bouncer. Thought about the ramp. Did Asif Sheikh. Well bowled Van Meekeren. He's a very tall man, gets a lot of bounce. That's his real sort of natural strength. And he's the only man, as you mentioned there, to have actually played in Nepal, having played in the Everest Premier League. That's why I am surprised that he has only bowled just 1.4 overs so far. Just 28 needed now. There's not much he can do.
Yeah, Paul trying something different. Going for a sharp bouncer there.
Picked up off his legs. Timed really nicely and into the gap. Asif Sheikh, is there a 50 on offer for him as well?
Yeah, like he's been the silent of the two, but he's not very slow either. 42 of 30 balls, looking very good. Flicked nicely from his hips over the mid-wicket region for a boundary.
They've dovetailed really nicely, these two. Kushal Bertel took the early strike, got the side off to an absolute flyer, and Asif Sheikh has picked up the scoring over the last 4 or 5 overs. So he's now just 8 short of his first T20 international half-century.
And what a stage to do it. The highest ever partnership by Nepal in front of the home crowd.
Slower ball down leg side, that's going to be another one added to the score. Not been a good day for Van Meekeren so far. Been very expensive. Not what you'd expect from the Netherlands' second leading T20 international wicket taker. He's got 47 wickets at an average of 20. Economy rate good as well, 6.9. He's backed away and had a big swipe there, Asif, and he's missed. 114 without loss, 12 overs gone.
My second teacher, भविष्य नेपालको।
प्रभु पे वालेट अब मोबाइलमा।
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन, पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ। जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिंग्स।
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ, जीवन भरि चल्छ।
जहाँ इच्छा त्यहाँ भाइनेट, भाइनेट अब सबै कनेक्टेड।
Conditions for this Dutch side, even at this stage. Lap sweep attempted by Bertel. It's going to get him a couple.
Nice variety of shots there by Kushal, down the round, over covers, mid-wicket region, and you can see some nice glides over the keeper.
Yeah, he's
very talented
all around
guy.
the park, really, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's only played 3 list A games for the Nepal emerging talent side before this match, Kushal Bertel. There's an appeal, but a long way outside the line there was Bertel.
Again, trying to parallel it fine, just missed it.
So he's been a bit under the radar so far in his career, 24 years old. He won't be after this innings though. Everyone in Nepal and Nepali cricket will know his name, that's for sure. This could be out though. Leading edge gone straight up in the air. It's the captain Seelar who safely pouches it. So a fantastic innings from Kushal Bertel on debut has come to an end. 62 he made off just 46 deliveries. He has made his mark in T20 international cricket.
What a debut for the young guy. 62 or 45, trying to hit it over mid-on region, but the turn actually taking the leading edge, and an easy catch taken by the cover fielder, captain Seelar.
तर तर यिनीहरूले पनि सनलाइट हुँदा फोटोसिन्थेसिस र सनलाइट माई सेकेन्ड टिचर भविष्य नेपालको
Vitamin C ले बढाउँछ immunity. Fruitsमा छ full on vitamin C. हरेक दिन glass full real food power. Rich in vitamin C that helps boost your immunity. Real fruits go powerful source.
प्रभु पे वालेट अब मोबाइलमा
Here comes the skipper, going in Dramala. Strides to the crease with his side in pretty much an impregnable position. Good time for him to come in and just knock it around, hopefully see the side home.
Change in batting position for him from the previous games.
Not on strike though. Batsman cross, so Sheikh faces up.
Yeah, he's just trying to dab that around the cover region, but yeah, just didn't time it well and went towards the bowler.
It's been a much better over this from Julian Demey. Can he finish it off? He can, beats the outside edge. Well done, young man. Has his first wicket in T20 international cricket. Nepal 116 for 1.
भाडा फेरेर मात्रै भाग्य फेरिदैन पाइप फेर्नुपर्छ जल सीपीवीसी पाइप्स एन्ड फिटिंग्स
नो टप टपको दुःख जल छ जीवन भरि चल्छ
प्रभु पे वालेट अब मोबाइलमा
Men to have hit a T20 ton as well. 107 against Bhutan in 2019 at this ground. And he's away. Straight away. Pulls the young leg spinner Philip Boissavan for a single. Now attention turns to Asif Sheikh. Can he get to his half century?
Just 8 runs away. 20 runs needed for Nepal team. If he plays till the end, definitely be 50 plus runs.
Well, that's at least one more. It's going to be 4. Fine enough to beat Max O'Dowd. So Asif Sheikh now closing in on 50. He's up to 46. It's been a fine innings too.
Nice sweep shot there by Asif Sheikh off the legs, outside the leg stump, towards the deep square leg regions for an easy boundary.
What they've done really well, Sharad, they've put away every bad ball pretty much. The two Nepali openers. There's been quite a few of them on show. That's a nice delivery though from Boissavan. Nice length. Just kept the batsman stuck in his crease.
The pitch seems to have still got some turn if you pitch it in the right areas with the dot side.
He's gone big and he's gone long. That is going to be a half century for the 20-year-old Asif Sheikh. He follows Kushal Patel and he does it in style. What a way to get there.
What a way to get there, exactly. He would be a very happy man to get the half century of getting a huge 6 over long on region. Continuing from where Kushal Patel left off.
Lovely snap through that shot. It's been a happy homecoming so far for the Nepal side. They've given the crowd lots to cheer about.
Just 10 runs away from victory.
Full toss, chipped into the leg side, could be 2. They're going to push for it. They'll just settle for the 1 in the end.
A nice single after a huge 6. Rotating the strike shows his maturity building up as a batsman. no need to take extra risks.
Big mow across the line from Gyanendra. Half stopped by the man at mid-wicket. They'll come back for 2. So the skipper moves on to 3. Nepal 130 for 1 of 14.
भरोसा अटूट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटूट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटूट सम्बन्धको शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटूट सम्बन्धको
He bowls his 4th and final over on debut. 7 needed for Nepal. And Asif Sheikh takes a single. So 2 debutants, Sharad, have opened the batting for Nepal. They've both got to half centuries. It's gone about as well as it could have done, this run chase.
Yeah, it's been amazing, like, to see them bat in the way they have. Now, Asif would be looking to finish it off. Remaining not out, that would definitely boost up his confidence for the upcoming games. Now the captain on strike.
Can Nepal finish with a 6? Gyanendra wants to, he tries, he goes over cover. But it just plugs in the outfield a little bit. Max O'Dowd with his long flowing locks round to field the ball, and they'll come back for 2, so 4 needed now.
The long and long off are up. Expected shot from Gyanu. Probably would like to finish the game off as early as possible.
Dav Watmore will be pleased. His first game in charge, remember this. Bowled into the pitch by DeMay, and that's pulled away. Misfielded, but that won't be the winning runs. They're going to settle instead just for 2.
Short ball there by DeMay. Nicely pulling it towards the square leg region for easy 2 runs. Rare thumbnails from Netherlands team. Although their batting and bowling have not been up to mark, the fielding definitely has been the positive side of things for the Netherlands team.
But they've been outclassed, really, by Nepal on home soil. Despite having not played for over a year, the home side have looked like they've never been away, really. I think playing domestic cricket obviously has been a help. And that will be the winning runs, we think. It's gone all the way. Gyanendra finishes in style. Nepal have chased down their target of 137 in just 15 overs. Absolutely stunning stuff. They take the first game of this Bajaj Pulsar Tri-Series against Netherlands, and they have won comfortably by 9 wickets. Thanks mainly to a fantastic opening partnership of 116 between Kushal Bertel and Asif Sheikh, 2 young men on debut in T20 internationals. And that 116, the highest ever opening partnership by the home side in T20s. Incredible stuff, really. The captain was the man who hit the winning runs, but in truth, it was all about the 2 young men.
Absolutely, Asif and Kushal had showed the way, and ultimately Gyanendra topping it off with a huge 6 and finishing it off in style.
And Sharad, it feels like a big moment, really, because cricket's been away for so long. How nice is it to come back and see almost a full house enjoying a fantastic Nepal performance?
It's been brilliant, and the crowd definitely have got their money's worth in this game. The way Nepal batted, they really hammered the Netherlands attack to all parts of the ground.
What was the difference between the sides, do you think?
Definitely the 2 young guys putting up a show with their bat, like a very good start for both of them. Had the momentum with them throughout the game.
we've got to say as well, they bowled very well to restrict the Netherlands to just 136. Clearly well below par in these conditions.
Yeah, it seems to be. But Netherlands attack couldn't, ball in the right areas as well. Too many full tosses, too many extras given. And also, they couldn't pick up those early wickets. When you need to defend a low total as 137, you need to pick those early wickets, which
well, the crowd singing along to the music. They're still having a great time. Netherlands, 136 for 4. They were restricted to from their 20 overs. And then in reply, this is what's happened. 141 for 1 with 5 overs to spare. Nepal, 62 from Kushal Bertel off just 46 balls. Asif Sheikh, the other debutant, 54 not out on 38. He saw the side home, and Gyanendra finished on 13 with that 6 to win it. Not much to shout about as far as the bowling was concerned for the Netherlands. They tried a few things. 7 bowlers used in all. Julian de May, to his credit, the debutant, the only bowler to have bowled 4 overs. But the rest of them all went around the park, really. There we have it then. The Netherlands, 136 for 4. Nepal chase it down, and they take the first game of this Bajaj Pulsar tri-series. And both these sides staying in a biosecure.
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको 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 शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
हेर त यो एउटा स्क्वायर बेस पिरामिड हो किनकि यसको बेस स्क्वायर शेपको छ 21st सेन्चुरीको स्मार्ट स्टुडेन्टहरुको लागि स्मार्ट लर्निङ प्लेटफर्म माई सेकेन्ड टिचर भविष्य नेपालको
एनएस क्वालिटी अवार्ड 2019 प्रथमबाट पुरस्कृत नेपालकै पहिलो 43 ग्रेडको ओपीसी सिमेन्ट शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
The country stands tall when they deliver. Nothing but smiles, nothing but dreams. It is time to be a part of history once again and witness the glory of our heroes at home. Bajaj Pulsar Tri-Nation Series, strength partner Shivam Cement. The spirited Nepal, the robust Netherlands, and the underdogs Malaysia. This April 17th to April 24th at TU International Cricket Ground, 2:15 to 5:15 p.m. Organized by Cricket Association of Nepal. Only on Himalaya TV. Strength partner
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
Learning partner
माई सेकेन्ड टिचर भविष्य नेपालको
Ticketing partner
प्रभु पे वालेट अब मोबाइलमा
Digital partner.
OSR Digital, entertaining the nation.
Organized by Cricket Association of Nepal.
Pulsar, Shivam Cement, my second teacher, Prabhu Pay, and Wow Energy Drink, of course, as well. And I'd like to call up my presentation party to come and join me just on the side of the stage, please. So that's Mr. Ramesh Silwal, the Member Secretary of the National Sports Council. Thank you for your support. If I could also call up Mr. Abhimanyu Gulcha, the Director of the Gulcha Group. Just come up. And we're going to start with our Player of the Match Award. So special mentions today for Baz Dalida for his 41, Sandeep Lamachane for his 2 for 22, and Asif Sheikh on debut for a T20I debut 50. 54 he made with 4 fours and 4 sixes. But the winner of today's Player of the Match Award is Kushal Bertal for his sensational innings of 62 off 46. A very worthy winner, and we'll just get a pose photo. And we'll just chat to the losing captain now next, please. If I can call on Peter Seelar, please.
Do you want me to stand?
Yeah, so we've a socially distanced interview to start off the series. Peter, not your day. What do you think went wrong?
I think we got a lesson in T20 cricket by Nepal. I thought their bowling, well, every facet of the game was probably better than ours. And, well, special mention to Butel. I thought that was a cracking innings, but to be fair, we were pretty bad.
Do you think the year and a half you've had without cricket was to blame for the poor performance today?
Yes and no. I would say yes, because obviously lack of cricket. No, because this was so far away from any good cricket that no matter if you haven't played any cricket, you can't rock up like this.
Maybe one little positive, Baz Dalida, 41 for him, and Vivian Kingma certainly showed signs with the ball of his potential.
Yeah, I think Baz batted quite well. I think we 140 or 137 wasn't quite enough, and I think then when you bowl first, ball second, and then the no ball where you could have got a wicket, that quite hurt, and well, they made us pay.
Yeah, big turning point. Final question: how do you pick yourselves back up tomorrow? The challenge in Malaysia here at the same ground.
Well, there's probably going to be some words in the changing room. Think about how we're going to go tomorrow, and then rock up and do it 100% better than we did today.
Yeah, we wish you well with that, Peter. It's going to be tomorrow. We'll have a chat to the winning captain now, a very happy man, Gyanendra Malla.
I think this is too high for me.
Gyanendra, your bowlers were outstanding. Sampal 1 for 13, Sandeep 2 for 22, but Avinash Bahara and Karen KC, not on the wickets, but superb with the ball as well.
I think overall we did well as bowling unit. I think starting with maybe sloppy fielding, but then coming back with the Karan over and Sandeep taking wickets, I think it was good for us to restrict them below 140.
Yeah, the fielding perhaps won't please Dav Watmore too much. He's a man who it absolutely has to have high standards. You just couldn't get your hands on the ball in the first 5 or 6 overs.
Yeah, maybe boys were too excited, I must say. And then there were a couple of balls which was a bit of tough, bumping a bit. Then it's okay, they can come back strongly as a fielding unit.
And tell me about these two T20I debutants, Kushal Bertal 62, Asif Sheikh 54. They were simply outstanding with the bat.
Yeah, I'm very happy actually. The debutants coming and performing and winning match for Nepal. That's what we want as a captain and as a senior player. It's really nice to see and sit back and watch them doing the job.
Finally, a special word for those fans who've gathered socially distanced all around the banks.
Thank you very much, especially for दर्शकहरु सबैजनालाई धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु. Thank you very much. यसरी नै माया गर्दै गर्नु होला. Thank you very much.
Yeah, such a huge part of Nepali cricket. Thank you, Gyanendra. We're just going to get the match ball signed, I think, by Gyanendra. Its ball signing by the winning captain is going to be received by the Shivam Cement representative. That's one for the collection there, there's no doubt about that. So We're going to thank Gyanendra, and that's going to wrap up our post-match presentation. That was game 1 of the Bajaj Pulsar Tri-Nation Series, strengthened by Shivam Cement. Tomorrow, it's going to be the Netherlands against Malaysia. Malaysia in action for the first time for game 2. Slightly earlier start time tomorrow, 12:15 p.m. We'll be here to bring you every single ball, and we'll see you then.
Bajaj Pulsar Tri-Nation Series. Strength partner.